Now, I wasn't going to work on any of these tonight because I'm kind of lazy and the lighting in here is terrible, but I can't help myself. So here's the Gateway all-in-one Pentium 4 base system, although it does have a Celeron sticker on the front, which you might be able to see here. Probably a little bit better if I turn on the camcorder's light. Designed for Windows XP. There you can get a little bit of an overview as to what it looks like. It's a little scuffed up, but that's alright. But like everything else I have here is scuffed up. I can turn it around, which might be a little difficult. There's a little bit of case breakage going on, but that's not something I can't fix. There's the power input, of course, more on that later. Ethernet hardware, 4 USB ports, audio, serial, parallel, PS2. Note that there is no VGA, but that's not really a big loss. Looks like that would have been for a modem, but it's not present. There's nothing on this side. Not really sure what this is up here, unless it's a power LED. And on this side, more USB ports, 2 FireWire 400s, and PCMCIA. I think that's, what, 1 Type 2? It's only 1 card, or half-height card slot, so not really much to it. There's not really much to the system itself. I'll go ahead and I'll remove the back cover and we can have a look inside. A little on the dirty side, but there's the cooling fan. You can see a little bit inside here. Like the solid capacitors all over the motherboard. Looks like a laptop-style CPU, so this isn't... it's basically a laptop inside a monitor. That's pretty much all this is. Let's see, I wonder how much RAM is installed in here. If I could even see. I can't read the labeling, so we're going to have to power it up in order to find out. I do know that it's got a 60 gigabyte Seagate hard drive, IDE. Looks like it originally came out of a Macintosh of some kind. I was going to say something else about this, and I don't remember what it was. I think that's DDR. It might be DDR2. I'm pretty sure it's DDR, though. The capacitors look like they're good quality. At least most of them do. I see some Samyang capacitors. Those are junk, but I can't tell what those purple ones are. They might be OST, which isn't very good, but I see Rubicon. That was a big problem in the Pentium 4 days, was capacitors that would go bad, because they just weren't at a very good quality. There you can see the back of the case. Just pops on like this. Really easy, although it's not so easy to do with one hand. I might need to put the camera down. Oh no, there we go. I got it. Well, I had it. Let me put the camera down. Alright, I got it hooked up now. So, I guess it's time to take a look at the power supply. Check this thing out. I don't know if I have a ruler. I think everybody's probably seen a 6-volt lantern battery. Seriously, this thing is funkin' huge. I think this is actually pretty well similar to the power supplies. Oh, that's a Gateway logo. Yeah, I probably should have realized that. But anyway, looks like this is a Gateway Profile 4 model, according to this. Capable of putting out 13.33 amps, or AA. I think it's actually supposed to be for amps. What does it say on the back of the machine? Yeah, 13.3 amps. So it's that extra 0.03 that really matters that much. So, let's go ahead and plug her in. I don't really have anything else really to say about it. It's a Pentium 4 or Celeron, such as the case may be. So go ahead and we'll plug it in and see if it goes kaboom. No, it hasn't yet. Fires right up. There you go. Oh crap, I don't think I got it in enough time. There's some pressure mark on the display, although that might actually just be dirt. It's booting into Windows XP. Probably shouldn't show this. I don't think I will. I think I'll turn the camera off and have a look at this. Boots up quickly. Really quickly. Alright, so here we are in the BIOS. Should see if there's a new flash BIOS for this thing. Although, given how many times Gateway's changed hands, I don't really think there's much of a hope of that happening. Although I think, if I remember correctly, Gateway was bought out by Acer Labs, and that was about it. It's got 2 gigs of RAM. It's quite a lot for something like this. Looks like an 800 megahertz front side bus, which is pretty cool. The date's correct, I believe. Yeah, the date's correct, but the time's a little off. It does have a PCMCIA card slot, enhanced IDE configuration, SATA port. Huh. High-speed USBs. This is USB 2.0 on it. At least I think it has USB 2.0, which would be really handy because my intentions for this are to use it to replace that, which only has USB 1.1, and that's a really limiting factor in the studio, where realistically you really should have USB 2.0. Everything seems to be alright here though. So, I'm going to insert an HDAC2 disk and see what the hard drive smart data is like. I just noticed that this has a slot loading optical drive, which I think is pretty badass. Right, so it should boot. Hey, it didn't boot from my optical drive. And I'm pretty sure I had that set up as the first boot device. Oh, it's still not booting from it. I don't know why. But at least the system isn't spontaneously crashing like it was with my Ultimate Boot CD. I have no idea. No idea why. But it was having nothing to do with this Ultimate Boot CD. That's weird, man. That's just weird. What if the RAM is unseated or something? Well, that's significantly annoying. I had to boot it off of a floppy, my boot floppy, and then go into the CD in order to get it to boot anything. That's just strange. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at the smart data on this drive. Looks like a low-hour drive here. Nothing really special to note. Smart data checks out. Everything's fine. Anyway, that was a lot of messing around for just a short little test. I don't know. Let's go ahead and go into this and see. Oops. Well, I wasn't very happy about that. The optical drive looks like it's reading okay. Well, maybe not. It's probably a bad spot on this disk. Wouldn't be surprised, really. Anyway, I think it's working alright. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Maybe we'll reinstall Windows on this. But until then, folks, enjoy your Gateway all-in-one computer. Should probably eject the CD first. Actually, I should probably reboot the machine. Go into the BIOS. and re-enable the hard drive booting. So I turned that off, just in case it did something. Still boot from the floppy though. Just like that. Alright, that's well and truly it.